Hi, everybody. My name is Matt Haynes. I'm an audiobook narrator. I am on a mission to learn 52 accents by April 17th, 2016. We go to accent number 16 in the series, Native Maine. Now, the reason why I say Native Maine here is because there is actually quite a difference between Native Maine and what I'll call industry standard Maine. Now, industry meaning Hollywood output, movies, audiobooks, television, radio, that sort of thing. Typically, you take an iconic sentence like after you drop anchor at the harbor, you'll want to wash your hands before supper. Now, in just about all industry output of the Maine accent, it's going to be, after you drop anchor at the harbor, you'll want to wash your hands before supper, eh? Now, that's generally what's accepted as the Maine accent, and that's fine. I'm sure a lot of the accents that I've been learning have been somewhat industry standard as well. However, I've spent a significant amount of time in Maine, and I want to give you the native Maine accent. So rather than, after you drop anchor at the harbor, it'd be something more like, after you drop anchor at the harbor, you want to wash your hands before supper. Yeah. So we're going to play with that. Okay, by the way, after the first 5 sample tips that I give you, if you want to learn more about the native Maine accent and tune your ear to it even more, I highly recommend any audiobook narration by Tabitha King, the novelist and a longtime Maine native. She's got a very grounded but very clear native Maine accent. Also, Tim Sample. Now, Tim Sample does a caricature of a working class Mainer, but that caricature is going to get you so much closer to a native Maine accent than just about anything you hear from Hollywood or industry standard output. Okay, here we go. The first quality to the native Maine accent, this anchors just about everything. It's the use of the R that's either in the middle of the word or at the end of a word. Now, typically with Middle American, our tongue is going to go flat up into the teeth and up to the back of the teeth. So we go R, R. Now, with a native Maine accent, the tongue is actually going to slip past the back teeth and towards the soft palate, making an R sound. So it's not dropped like in industry standards. We wouldn't say ba haba, which is where I grew up. It's bar harbor. So going with the lyrics of our upcoming song, telling myself it's not as hard as it seems. It's not telling myself it's not as hard as it seems. It's telling myself it's not as hard as it seems. Now, with that in mind, with that resonance and that place of putting your tongue, the S and the Z sounds tend to become kind of an SH lisp. So instead of spent my days, it becomes something closer to spent my days. Number 3, tends to become the short A, ah. So instead of smoked my stuff, it becomes smoked my staff. Now you'll notice what I did with the O sound there, and that's because with a native Maine accent, the O tends to go into a deep O, almost like a rock being dropped into a deep pool. O, and so instead of going to California, where we get the middle O in the standard American, middle American, we go going to California, and the lips purse out, and the O becomes pretty profound. Okay, and no instruction on Down East Maine would be complete without a deconstruction of the famous Ayuh. I've almost never heard anybody actually say Ayuh, much less the broadened Ayuh, which is industry standard. So what I am proposing here is that the Ayuh, really what you're saying when you're saying Ayuh is basically yeah, yeah, yeah. But what you do is you give it a little bit of a dip and a push. So it becomes yeah, yeah. And again, that goes into the back of the mouth. So it's a very subtle and then basically a cut off yeah, which if your tongue is positioned like for the R, becomes something like a ya. So try instead of a ya to yeah. Okay, let's see how this all might mix together with the lyrics to Led Zeppelin's Going to California.
Spent my days with a woman unkind, smoked my stuff and drank all my wine, made up my mind to make a brand new stat, going to California with an aching in my head. Someone told me there's a girl out there with sun in her eyes and flowers in her hair. Took my chances on a big jet plane. Never let them tell you that they're all the same. Sea was red, the sky was gray. Didn't know how tomorrow could ever follow today. The mountains in the canyons began to tremble and quake as the children of the sun began to awake. Seems like the wrath of the gods got a punch on the nose and it started to flow. I think I might be sinking. Throw me a line. If I reach it in time, I'll meet you up there where the path runs straight and high to find a queen without a king. They say she plays guitar and cries and sings. Ride a white mare through the footsteps of dawn. I'm trying to find a woman who's never been born. Standing on my hill in my mountain of dreams. Trying to tell myself it's not as hard as it seems.
That was Going to California, lyrics by Led Zeppelin, music provided by the very versatile and generous Kevin MacLeod. Next up is going to be accent number 17, Chicago, performed to Metallica's Blackened. This was our first request. And speaking of, comment below, you never know. Ask for a song, ask for an accent. They may end up on the other side. Maybe not necessarily in the same combination, but they may end up on the other side because I've got plenty of these videos to go. So make your request. You never know. In the meantime, rock on.